That's good.
Many more to come for you, huh? Many more to come. Key for you is just to make sure that if people don't see you, that they can take you to That's why I mean, you get on the floor. You see around. You know. You're going to be playing that four position.
Welcome to our post-game press conference. We are joined by our player of the game, the birthday boy, Ralph Koo, and our winning coach, Coach Tim Ko. I'll start with you, Coach. Coach, Phoenix managed to keep the game close at halftime, but what was the most significant contributing factor that allowed you guys to build a bigger lead in the second half and then eventually win the game?
Well, I'll tell you one thing that really helped us out is that Tyler Teal didn't play today. And they're a different team without Tyler. He keeps everything under control. They don't panic when things start going bad. He keeps them all moving forward. So I think that was a big advantage throughout the whole game, and especially when we made that run to get a lead. I think Tyler would have made a difference there if he'd been in the game. I'm a big fan of Tyler Teal. But I think, just defensively and our three-point shooting led by our birthday boy, he tried to sneak by the whole team and didn't let anybody know it was his birthday. And he got caught, so he's in trouble with the team right now. He's got to buy some pizza or something. But yeah, we started hitting shots in transition and something we're trying to do a little bit more. We're trying to play a little bit more up-tempo and look for shots like that, and because we feel we have the shooters between Ralph and Stanley and Jamie and Narge is hitting threes as well, and Maverick. So we've got the shooters to allow them to do that, and that's what we're looking for.
Coach, you have a bigger lineup, but Phoenix dominated the points in the paint. Something similar happened against Rain or Shine. And although you managed to win both games, is this a cause for concern? And how do you manage to?
Yeah, it certainly does. We gave them 30 points in the paint in the first half. I don't think we did as badly in the second half. But yeah, that's definitely a concern for us. We're a team usually that doesn't do that, doesn't give up inside points, and but we've got to respect the shooters of the other team as well. So it's trying to find a balance, and we haven't quite found that balance at this point. But we're still building still working towards it. Something we talk about for sure, and something we know we got to get better at it. Very true.
Thank you, Coach. Ralph, happy birthday.
You.
This is your first time being named as a player of the game. It happens to be on your birthday as well. What does this mean to you?
It's very overwhelming, but I trust my work and I just want to be able to help the team in whatever way I can. So, yeah.
You scored 9 of your 12 points in the third quarter. What fueled that shooting, that performance in the third? Was anything said to you or mentioned to you during halftime?
I noticed their defense I think they were giving me the shot. They wanted me to shoot the ball. So I just wanted to let them pay, and I think that would help the team. That would open up the other guys once I hit those shots. So
we now open the floor to the media.
Coach, congrats. You mentioned trying to administer a more up-tempo style of play for Ginebra, and I think that worked wonders for you guys in the third quarter, because that's when you guys really pulled away from Phoenix. But Coach, was it hard just trying to get your guys to buy in that system of just running and playing a more up-tempo?
Actually, it's the other way around. It's hard to get them to buy in, to slow it down. And when you let them have their heads like having a horse, and you let them go, they really want to go. So it's just actually the opposite. And when I try to fight them to slow down, it's hard to get them to buy in. But when we open up the floor and we tell them that, you know, we can push the ball, they're all super excited. So it wasn't a hard transition for them. The key is, and we go back to that points in the paint, you know, we have to find that balance between, you know, up-tempoing and still being able to play the defense that we have historically always played. And that's where we're trying to find the balance. When you start up-tempoing a lot like that, sometimes you de-emphasize your defense. And we want to find a way to be able to up-tempo and still emphasize our defense as well. And that's where we're struggling with the balance right now. But hopefully, you know, the more we get used to getting up and down the floor, the better and more alert we'll be on the defensive side.
Coach, seeing their points in the paint at halftime, was that the switch? Was that the thing that turned on the switch for you guys in the second half too?
I think so. You know, we talked about during one of the timeouts, we were giving less penetration up at the start of the third quarter, and that was keying our ability to make stops and get out and run a little bit more. So when we were able to clean up, we weren't being beat so much on the ball screens or on the direct drive. When we were able to do that, then we started limiting those points in the paint, and that keyed our ability to get out on the open floor and get shots for these guys.
Question for Raf. Big game for you again today. You went alive for Ginebra when it was most needed. But can you just talk about yung trust ni Coach Tim sa'yo? Kasi even before this, he took you under his wings for Gilas and you made your practice player. Just your thoughts on the way he's giving you the green light to shoot for Ginebra.
I'm very grateful for the opportunity. I think this is the most opportunity I've had my whole life. Like even in college, I was a bench player. So I just want to make the most out of the opportunities that are given to me. So hopefully I can be more consistent.
Coach, congrats. You know, Barangay Ginebra beat Phoenix in almost all departments.
Mm-hmm.
Is this your game plan to exact shoot revenge on Phoenix, which beat your team in the last Commissioner's Cup?
Oh yeah, they beat us when we were out of town last Commissioner's Cup. We were very aware of that, and we had led pretty much the whole game during the last Commissioner's Cup game. And I can't remember where did we play that.
Out of town.
Yeah, we played it out of town. I can't remember where we. Huh?
Batangas.
Oh, in Batangas, that's right. We played in Batangas. And we led the whole game, and then in the fourth quarter, about 6-8 minute mark, they started to catch up, and then they won the game down the stretch. So we were very aware of that coming into this game, and so we were talking about, you know, if we get a little bit of a lead, we've really got to push the pedal to the metal and try to extend that lead so they can't make that comeback. They did the same thing against Northport in their last game. They also came back. So this is a team that's capable with their defense, their pressure, to get back into a game quickly.
The Kings showed its devastating form against Phoenix. Can your pair sustain this formidable game as the tournament progresses?
I think so. I think we have the shooters to do that. I think that I think you're just barely. I think, you know, nobody really knows Ralph all that much, but we see him in practice every day, so we're very, very comfortable when he takes shots. You know, but you know, we still got guys like Stanley and Maverick and Nards, who are all very capable three-point shooters. Jamie is shooting the ball extremely well, not just this conference but last conference. So we've got those guys who can shoot threes. I think you'll find that Don Gumayo is a really great three-point shooter as well when he gets the opportunity. So I think we can sustain it. I mean, we're not going to have great shooting nights every night, but I think we can sustain, pretty much have some continuity in that.
Japet Aguilar dominated both offense and defense. Is Japet Aguilar physically and mentally recovered?
I think he needs to get in a little better shape. I think we'd like to see him extend his minutes a little bit. He gets tired after 4 or 5 minutes, and so we have to pull him out. I'd like to see him get out to 7, 8, 9 minutes, and before we'd have to remove him. But you know, he's such a dominant force. People are always afraid to shoot around the basket. When he's there, he changes shots, he blocks shots. And when he's with Christian, when he's playing with Christian, there's always a mismatch somewhere. You know, either going to be a mismatch for Christian or a mismatch for Japeth. So something we want to take advantage of.
Thank you so much. All the best and good luck.
Thanks.
That wraps up our post-game press conference. Congratulations, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.